What's up guys, Man on the Moon here with another video. Today I'm going to be continuing with my reviews of the silver mythics you can get day one from the Ascension. Before I get to that, I want to remind everyone to like and subscribe for more content. I've been getting a lot of likes, a lot of subscribes, a lot of views, and I appreciate it. I really do. I love seeing the numbers in my analytics, and they keep going up. Even when I was, taking a bit of a break, I was still having good numbers. So thank you all for that. Alright, so getting to it, we're going to start as we did with the first one in line, which is Axel. His art on the left there, that's funny to me. As we can see by all the red over here on the right, he is a damage dealer, obviously, and his allegiance is a member of the Brutes. I'm guessing those are just going to be like the people from the prison, I'm guessing. Looking at his stats maxed out, we're looking at 12,288 attack, 11,391 defense, and 11,551 HP. If we look at his adrenaline rush, called Lock It Down, 66 AP cost, deal 2 attacks of 400% damage to one enemy, stun one other enemy for 1 turn. So huge amounts of damage, 800% total. You throw a splash damage weapon on him with 1535 in the 4th, and that'll do some big numbers right there. For the signature move, we have Markham. Initial cooldown turn 2, cooldown 3 turns. Attack an enemy for 130% damage. One other enemy gets crosshairs for 2 turns. So, good. I mean, I like it. Just a bit more than a basic attack as far as the damage goes, but crosshairs is really, I think it's underappreciated by a lot of people, because like revives are such a pain, man. Like, take them out, keep them down. Alright, so for the mythic abilities, we have agility, same as any other damage dealer, just 10% increase in basic attack damage, but that'll play into his rush since it's multi-hit, which is amazing, just more damage output. And then moving on to his second, it's going to be Gorehound. When performing the decap specialist skill, heal this character by 20% of their max HP. That's actually really nice, just for a nice little, extra little boost on attack. I have a feeling he would get focused quite heavily on an attack team, so that boost will be nice. And as we can see here, specialist skill, decap. When this character lands the killing blow on an enemy, that enemy cannot be revived. So just more ways to take him down and keep him down. I like it. And default weapon, you can just, there again, if you got that splash weapon made, you can just slap it on him, and he can hit crits on his rush, he can hit crits on his specialist skill. He's just damage all over the place, and if he takes them down, they'll stay down. So overall, well built. Everything works together nicely. I'll probably be working towards him pretty quickly, just because I think he's good at what he does. Alright, so next up, down the line, we have Pete Anderson. A lot of yellow, looking at support as his role. And his allegiance as a member of Alexandria. Obviously, he's alert here with that big old SMG. Looking at his stats, we have 11,314 attack, 12,272 defense, and 11,319 HP. Next up, we have his adrenaline rush, 66 AP cost. Deal 400% damage to one enemy. 3 teammates get 25% defense and 25% attack for 3 turns. So, a fair amount of damage on it, and just a bit of a buff everywhere. Not great, not bad. For the signature move, we have Reactive Analysis. Initial cooldown turn 2. Cooldown 2 turns. Attack an enemy for 125% damage. One teammate gets 30 crit for 2 turns. So, I mean, there again, just a bit more damage than a basic attack. The crit, I'm not a huge fan of this just because unless you have a whole team that is built around needing crit for one reason or another, it could just go to the wrong teammate and be, I'm not going to say necessarily useless, but like, because, you know, they hit a crit, they'll do more damage, but like, it could just not add anything other than a little bit of extra damage. So I don't think it's great, but we'll see. Alright, so next up we have his mythic abilities. He's got Cunning, which obviously comes from his support role, which when attacking or being attacked, 15% less likely to trigger enemy weapon effects and walker effects. Again, I do like this one. I think it's a good one for support to have. So for the second one, we have Devious Caring, 15% max HP for this character and adjacent teammates. So that's essentially like an AoE leader skill for just, you know, for extra HP. And finally, we have his leader skill. All teammates get 40 crit and heal 10 HP when making critical attacks. So that plays into the first part a little bit better. You know, it makes it to where even if it does quote-unquote go to the wrong teammate, it's still gonna give them the ability to heal themselves up. So that makes a little more sense, and it does make me like it a bit more. He doesn't have a locked weapon, so you could potentially just build like a defensive focus stun and then throw 1535 on it, since he's a leader, just to give everybody the crit, and it could just potentially be like every teammate is scaling up for 10% HP every turn. That could be kind of cool. Out of all the leader skill, like this one's kind of a cool leader skill. So this is kind of a cool leader skill, I think. Out of all the ones I've seen so far, this one's just kind of, I'm glad that they're going different routes. It's kind of cool though. It's a thinker. I'm sitting here thinking about like team builds and such. I will say that like in these review videos that I'm doing, other than the stuff that Lockdown has reviewed or showed, this actually is my first time looking at them for the most part. So sometimes it just gets me thinking. Alright, next up we have Holly. Oh man, that art though. Alright, as we can see from the right side here, lots of green, so she's going to be a medic role, and her allegiance is a member of the Saviors. If we look at her stats over here, we're looking at 10,995 attack, 11,639 defense, 12,017 HP, so very tanky, very tanky. Go over to her Adrenaline Rush, and we're looking at 66 AP cost. Heal 3 teammates by 35% of their max HP. Those teammates recover from Impair and get Elusive for 3 turns. So, just a nice little bit of heal. And the Elusive just, you know, makes it so any damage they give doesn't give AP, and anytime they're attacked, they don't give AP. So, and the fact that it's 3, I mean, it's not a full team, but full team Elusive is just OP. We all know that. Like, I think three teammates is probably the most that anyone should give as far as Elusive goes. As far as the signature move, we're looking at Keep It Going. Initial cooldown of turn 3, a cooldown of 2 turns. Attack an enemy for 150% damage. Revive one teammate with 25% of their max HP, so just a bit more than a basic attack as far as the damage goes, but the revive is nice. On to the mythic abilities, we have Spirit, from her being a medic. 10% of all healing performed by this character, also granted as bonus HP. It's one of my favorite ones out of like the role specific abilities, probably in all reality. I really like that one. For the second one, we have enhanced resistant mods. Resistant mods are 20% more effective on this character, so you could essentially get, I mean, if it's additive, it depends on if it's additive or multiplicative. There we go. It's a hard word to say, guys. If it's additive, you could essentially just get a perfect 100% on resistance on her if you had a perfect plat mod at 80%. Well, it doesn't even have to be perfect, because I think plat mods go to 85, so you would just have to be close to perfect to get the full 100%. But I'm not sure how that's going to work. And then finally we have Indomitable as her special skill. When not stunned, whenever this character takes damage, they gain 30% defense until the start of their next turn, in addition to any existing defense increases, including prior activations of this skill. So, just, you know, it just makes it hard to dogpile her. You know, the more she gets hit, the less she's going to take, and we all know how it works. It can be a real pain, to be honest. And if her defense gets high enough, she could just not take damage, which means you don't gain AP. And that always sucks. And finally, we have Holly's Vigorous Pistol. 25% defense, medium bonus to AP when taking damage. Third slot, bonus healing. When healed, regain 80% more HP. Once again, it's a pretty obvious swap on her. I mean, you just either give her Focus Stun and, you know, either cleanse or alert buffs. I mean, we've all gotten a lot of alert buff weapons from just regular gameplay or from Battle Pass at this point, so... Or you could just put Jesus, you know, the absolute defense gun that also has alert buffs on it. Give that to her. Either one would work really well. Alright, guys. That is all I got for this video here. Those were the alert silver mythics that you can get day one from Ascension. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of them. Who are you going after? I know personally I'm really happy to see a Holly right away, but Axel, man, I'm gonna be going for Axel hardcore day one. But yeah, that's all I got for today, guys. Remember, guys, it is a game, so try and have fun. This is going to be your friendly neighborhood man on the moon, signing off. Later, guys.